Hey guys, Tofsky here, and welcome to a very special event. Now, this time, you'll notice that I'm actually on a server, and I guess that's really the result of the fact that Ars Magica 2 was released. Now, I'm sorry I didn't get to post this earlier, but Ars Magica 2 was actually released on, I believe it was Saturday? And sorry, it's been a busy few days. The Canadian Thanksgiving plus a few other things, so it's been a busy time. So, what you guys are watching here as we're fighting this is on this server we have a bunch of people, and I believe this is a 15 slot server right now. This is actually the old DTN server. I took it down for this. Got an Ars Magica 2 world running with a couple other mods, and right now we're actually killing two guardians. First we're fighting the water guardian, which you guys are familiar with the conditions on how to spawn him. For those who don't know, you have to be in a water biome. We spawn him in a river here. And the second is it has to be raining. And then you have to... The third is you have to create a redstone inlay circle, which you saw I had. And you throw a bucket of water in and a boat. And that's how you get him to spawn. So this is the weakest boss by far. The water guardian only drops... He drops, what's it called? Blue... it's going to bug me that I don't know the name of that. But it's the blue orbs that you need to level up your low level magic tier skills. So, now that we got that, basically whoever's going to get the drop here is going to end up with it. And, my bad. Wow. I guess that's what happens when you spam. So, there we go. Water Guardian, I mean, really didn't expect him to be a challenge or anything. Especially because I believe the recommended level for him is 20. And I'm 17, plus we had 4 others or 5 others, so... Everybody wants a Tofsky morph. So, one thing I wanted to say is, since this is on the DTN server, this server is public, and I'll make the IP address available soon. The IP did change because I had to get the server migrated. It was located in Europe, and that was causing quite a few difficulties when it came to trying to get a decent ping out of it when we had a lot of people. So I got the server moved to Chicago. Now, this is subject to change because basically the way the server's working out, well, it's not. And since not that many people know about it, and it's constantly crashing out of memory, we're actually looking at upgrading. So I'm going to post the IP address and everything after I get all the upgrades done, so that you guys don't have to deal with all the crashes we're getting and all the lag. On that note, though, Ars Magica 2 is actually released, so I will post that link in the video description. And basically, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys when we're fighting the Air Guardian. Okay, guys, so what I want to show you here is that this is where we're going to spawn the Air Guardian. Now, normally, you would not be fighting on an arena this size. We're kind of being cheap with morph and flying. So, highly recommend you guys, if you are going to fight the Air Guardian, make a way bigger arena. So, there's a few conditions to spawning the Air Guardian. The first is using gold inlay. Now, gold inlay is more expensive than redstone inlay. You could guess with the gold, but the other ingredient it takes, instead of Mithion dust, is it takes purified Mithium. And purified Mithium is actually really expensive in comparison, especially when it's hard to find the items to create it. Now, I really don't want to fight him in the night, so that's why we're fighting him in the day. It's not actually a condition that we have to fight him in the day. What is a condition, though, is you can see I'm really high up. I built this arena on top of another mod's tree. The reason I did that is you have to actually fight him at Y, or not fight him necessarily. You have to spawn him at above Y equals 150. So I believe we're at Y equals 170 or Y equals 180, something like that. And basically, other than that, the only other condition is to throw the air essence in. So here we go. So this is the Air Guardian, and despite being a guardian, and the fact that we're flying, he's going to probably be pretty deadly too. I mean, the recommended level to fight this guy is, I believe, I think it's 45. Level 45 magic. Now, that is the level or the recommended level, I should say. Now, that's also for one person. There's 4 or 5 of us. So you can see that this is obviously not going to be the same, but the one thing you want to note is that despite being that level 45 recommendation, you know, there's already been a death, and we'll see how many more there is by the end of it. He's a pretty tough guardian. The Water Guardian is rated I think it's level 20. And the Air Guardian, I think, is actually the 3rd weakest. The Earth Guardian, I believe, is level 35. So, we kind of skipped the Earth Guardian for the Air Guardian, just because I had the stuff to spawn the Air Guardian. But he's basically not something you want to really rush into. He's actually kind of difficult to fight. So you just got to be careful. Now, despite there being a bunch of us, he's actually dying pretty slow. And he's pulling in a creeper. That's pretty cool. It'd be kind of fun to actually make the creeper blow up, but seems like it'd be too much work. Anyway, you'll notice that I'm shooting through him at times, and right now that is technically intentional. His hitbox is closer to the bottom of him, and the reason behind that is that basically if it's too much higher, he's going to end up being basically able to get stuck on walls and stuff if you go and hide in a doorway. Basically, it was done intentionally because Myth doesn't want you to cheap shot these guys. These are guys that are supposed to be a challenge. You get quite major rewards out of fighting them. I mean, the other one, the Water Guardian, you got a blue Infinity Orb. Why can't I remember the name Infinity Orb when we went to fight him? Infinity Orb. This guy gives you a green Infinity Orb. And the Infinity Orbs, since they're used to level up what skills you can actually use for your magic, like making new spells and stuff, they are quite valuable. And it makes sense that you shouldn't be able to cheap shot these guys. Now, this being a green Infinity Orb, I won't even get these leveling up. Right now, I believe every second level, I believe it works every second level. I think it's on the odd level. I don't know. I don't remember. But every second level, you'll get an Infinity Orb. And I think after level 120, after level 20, you should get green orbs as opposed to blue orbs. And at some point, you switch to the red orbs instead of the green orbs for the highest tier spells and recipe, components, shapes, modifiers. But yeah, so it is something that you're really going to want to go after. And being that this is already above the tier for my current level, it's something I really want to get. So I'm hoping these guys let me get it. I asked for it, so hopefully they will. So, yeah, basically there's not much to it. There's actually been quite a lot more deaths than I was thinking for a group this size. It's already been like 5 deaths. 6 deaths, 7 deaths, and basically, he is quite a hard boss, and you shouldn't really mess with him. He's no Fire Guardian, but don't compare him to the Fire Guardian. Fire Guardian is just ridiculous. He is fun, and yeah. So one thing I do want to let you know as I'm killing him and going to try to swoop in and take the reward is that since this is on a server, it is technically public. I have not actually released the address yet, And the main reason behind that is the server we're doing some testing on, and ooh, he dropped an air essence. And first off, the server is not really ready for a lot more people. We're going to try to figure something out before I actually open up the IP to all you guys, but keep that in mind. I will be posting another video by the time things get straightened out, so I hope you guys enjoy, and be on the lookout for the links in the description of this, because Ars Magica 2 will be linked directly in, so it's yours to download, guys. I'll see you next time. See you later.